for across the country.
Thank you.
And we are so happy to be here. Like I said, we're here live on Facebook, we're here live on Zoom,
Mhm.
and we have a lot of spoiled agents that want to come on and learn all about Sirenis hotels and specifically your Punta Cana one, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. So happy to be here. Yeah, Grand Sirenis Punta Cana Hotel and Resort and Aqua Games. I'm so happy to have everybody. We got Susan back in the Toronto area, everybody from coast to coast. It's kind of weird. My background, I'm technically on vacation. I believe in work-life balance, but I'm actually in the south of France right now. So this is my one
Gavin.
day I'm working, and then I'm back. I'm out of office. But again, I can't say no. I'm here to really support you guys and support Spoiled Agent. It's about 6:30 in the evening right now, but I'm really happy to be here to present to all of you today.
Well, and if I can just say, Gavin just drove back from Cannes and he just went for gelato and he just came back from the pool. Oh my gosh, this is devotion, Gavin. This is the second webinar today because we just did this in French a little bit earlier and now we're doing English. So we are so happy, Gavin, that you're joining us on your vacation in the south of France. And I love your backdrop.
Okay, thank you. Of
Oh,
course,
everyone's
this is my
impressed.
thank you, everyone. We all work hard just by dedication. And again, I'm here to help you all. And this is something that I couldn't miss. And I know it's really important because I have lots of great things to share about Grand Serenus Punta Cana.
Wonderful. Well, you know what? We're going to get started, but I have a few housekeeping to go over, of course. But again, I want to formally welcome our friend Gavin Jimenez, who's a business development manager for Sirenis Hotels and Resorts. Like I said, live in the French Riviera. Gavin, you've got it covered, my friend. And
Mhm.
we have our spoiled agents joining us live on Zoom, live on Facebook, and we are recording this session in case you have to pop off, but we get it. We get it, but you know what? Let's try to stay on to the question period. And if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box and Gavin and I'll take them at the end. But, I believe, Gavin, that you have a prize that you're going to be giving away today. Can you let us know what it is?
Absolutely. So I'm really happy to present this prize. So we're gonna choose a random winner after our webinar, and the prize will be 3 nights, all inclusive, based on double occupancy on this hotel today, which is Grand Serenis, Punta Cana, and Aqua Games.
Amazing, amazing. So you guys, just to qualify, you have to stay on the question period. You don't have to ask a question, but you have to be on. Our friends on Facebook, I know you guys know what you're doing, but please add your email into the comments so we can send them over to Gavin as well. Since Gavin's in the French Riviera, we're going to let him take a few more days. He's going to pick the winners next week. So if you get an email either in French or English from Gavin saying that you're the winner, then you're the winner. So all right. Again, any questions, please put in the Q&A box and Gavin and I'll take them at the end. And this is being recorded, as I mentioned, guys. So Gavin, I'm going to let you get to it and I'll be here for you. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Susan, for that intro. Again, happy to be here. I'm happy to present. Really is the agent guide to Grand Serenis Punta Cana Resorts. So let's get started. Let me take you away to Dominican Republic today. As we say it's Serenis, you'll love it. So just a little bit of a background of myself too. So again, my name is Gavin Jimenez. I am the business development manager for Sirenis Hotels for all of Canada. I've been in this position since 2022, and then I do have a background working with different tour operators as well as different hotels in Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. And I'm also, like yourselves, a certified travel counselor. So if there's any questions that you do have, maybe with sales or trying to promote Sirenis to your clients, it's my pleasure to assist. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. My email address is bdm.ecanada@sirenishotels.com. So let's get started. I just want to give you a brief history on the hotel chain Sirenis Hotels. So our destination, we do offer 9 hotels in total around the world. Being a Spanish company, the original hotels started off in Ibiza, Spain, where there are 4, followed by our topic today, Grand Serenis Punta Cana. Then we have Grand Serenis Riviera Maya in Mexico. There's 2 in Cuba. We have Cayo Santa Maria, which is a grand hotel, Serenis Tropical in Veradero. And then the newest one is Gran Serenis San Andreas in Colombia. This is a really unique destination. I'm happy to talk about it more later on this year because our tour operator partner Sunwing will now be offering direct flights from Montreal into San Andreas, and they will be featuring our products. So lots to talk about for 2024, 2025. When you're looking at our hotels in Punta Cana, you'll find with all major tour operators, whether it be our largest ones with WestJet or Sunwing, Air Canada Vacations, Transat, as well as travel brands. So very easy to find, regardless of where you're coming from across Canada. And with other tour operator partners or even booking direct, you'll find it for anyone booking outside of Canada as well. So allow me to welcome you to Grand Serenis Punta Cana Resort. And this is our beautiful hotel situated over a coconut plantation, very luxurious vegetation throughout this area, and has a great long beach, which you can really explore the paradise, that those unique type of vacations at Serenis in Punta Cana. So I'm going to introduce you with a video of the property just to give you a nice overview of what we are going to talk about today. And here you are. This is Grand Serenis Punta Cana Resort and Aqua Games. Yeah, so just to give you an idea of what type of experiences that you can have with the all-inclusive here in Punta Cana, we have familiar locations. I want to remind everybody that we do offer unlimited a la carte dining, great for groups with destination weddings. You get that amazing Dominican hospitality, beautiful beaches, as well as, memories that you will never forget. We're located on the beach known as Uvero Alto, and the hotel is 45 minutes away from the Punta Cana International Airport. The hotel is situated with over 46 hectares, and room categories, they range based on client's interest, the occupancy, which I'm going to describe later on. Guests do have access to 3 different pools. Of course, our water park, which is Sirenis Aqua Games. And then also during the week too, guests have access to shopping areas where on certain days we do have dedicated areas for local vendors to come in to go shopping. In addition, there is a small market as well as a medical center as well for guests to use if required. Here is a map of the property, and I just want to point out a couple of features for you if you're not too familiar with the location. So looking from the left hand, this is where we do have the water park. So top left is the Aqua Games, and that is actually accessible via Avenue or the Ibiza Avenue. As you're driving in, you'll see it on the left, and there are shops on the right side. The circle area is where our Sky Bar is located. If you go straight to that, that's where you're going to see where the reception is located at the front there. That reception building, which is labeled as number 1 and 2, originally was the tropical and the Coquetel side, but everyone is just checked into one property these days because previously it was sold as 2 properties. Further down where you see that first blue dot, that's what I like to call the center. So you're going to see one of the bars known as Pergola over there. And above that, that is the main building where the a la carte restaurants are located, as well as the romance suites. The room categories of the double rooms and the family villas, or family suites, excuse me, are located in the villas, which are scattered throughout the property. So these are they look like reverse Cs in these villas over here, and they're accessible to the beach. Keep in mind, the views can be either a garden view, sea view, or a pool view, depending on the location. In detail, looking at the room categories, this is our standard room, which is known as the double room. This offers a maximum capacity of 4 people in the room. Bedding is either 1 king or 2 doubles. So with the 4 people, you can have no more than 2 children in the room. So 2 adults or 2 children. Full access to services, whether it be room service from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. There is satellite television. There is full air conditioning, mini bars, which are constantly being replaced throughout on a daily basis. Coffee maker, bathrobe, slippers, you name it. All the amenities required for the guests to enjoy our double room category. So even though it does say double, it doesn't necessarily mean it's for 2 people. You can actually fit up to 4 people in this room. Followed by that is the family suite room. I love this shot because it's a bit bigger. It can show you the size of it. So we have the main section on the left where there's a king bed, or it can be 2 doubles. At the center, that door, it's like a barnyard door. It slides, and then that is pulls out into a sofa bed. So that's how we can fit up to 5 people in a family suite. So no more than 3 adults or no more than 3 children, but the maximum occupancy is 5 people in this room. In terms of the all-inclusive service, it's the same for all the room categories. There is 1 bathroom in the family suite. Followed by that, we have the romance double room. So again, this one is located off of the main building. And what I like about this property in particular, it's very unique to Sirenis, is where we offer an adults-only experience. So this is our only adults-only rooms for all of our major resorts. It's in its own area, perfect for honeymooners. Even let's say you're doing a destination wedding, couples can stay here, or other adults within the group if they want to be away from everyone else, or maybe those with kids. So it's actually something very unique that we do have for just really couples looking to get away. And what's really unique about it too is the bedding. The furniture is quite the whole property itself has been updated back in 2018, so fully renovated. This room has a canopy on the bed, and the bathrooms are quite large with a separate shower and bathtub, and it does open up to just to have more of that romantic atmosphere here in this room category. In terms of the all-inclusive, we do offer a lot of food options. So we have 13 bars. There are 2 international buffets for 3 meals a day. There's a snack bar, which is open 24 hours a day. 7 a la carte restaurants, and the different choices of non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages throughout the restaurants and bars that they can enjoy. This is just a photo, so I'm going to take you as we're on a site inspection of a walkthrough of some of the restaurants. This is one of the main buffets. So there are 2 in total. This is Buffet in Macau, and this one does offer international cuisine. Depending on the day of the week, the cuisine does change from seafood to Italian, Dominican, French, etc. So it really does depend on the day. But what I love about it, it's space, there's delicious cuisine, and there's something there for everybody. Followed by that, we have our a la carte restaurants. So again, I want to remind you that it is unlimited a la carte dining. This one is the Brazilian La Guido Rodizio, and this is a steakhouse. So it's very popular for groups. You can get, different types of meat served like on the spit or on the sword. And of course, my favorite part, I don't know about you, it's actually the ending where you'll get that grilled pineapple and they put like cinnamon on it. And that's my favorite part of actually going to the Brazilian steakhouse. Followed by that too, we have the Tex-Mex El Rancho, which is great. So a lot of mixture of cuisines. So you got more of your Southwestern American and Mexican cuisine. This is one of my other favorite restaurants, and it's located right off the pool. And it's also they do serve lunch throughout the day, so it's very accessible off the beach as well as one of the main pool areas. Followed by that, there's more of the American style. So Route 66, like a 50 style. You'll feel like you're in Greece when you're over there. Different foods like hamburgers, you'll get like milkshakes. So again, a lot of fun stuff that you'll find, especially more familiar to what we have here in North America. There's a Mediterranean restaurant, Las Barcas, that serves mainly seafood. This is a popular venue for more weddings, so destination wedding receptions. Delicious grilled food. So if you're into, let's say, fish or like squid, they do a really good job with the cuisine over here, or maybe like a ceviche. Moving over to French, we have Le Relais Gourmand, another one which is more for fine dining. So this is another popular selection for wedding receptions. And then we have the Japanese Ikebana restaurant. This one is very popular mainly because it's part entertainment, part culinary. We have the teppanyaki table, which does get full. They fit up to 10 people at the table. And I get a lot of travel agents asking if they can book in advance or, they want to guarantee a spot. Typically, I do recommend if you have clients, if they want to book it, they can do it actually right after check-in. So speak with the concierge, you can do it, or even after check-in, if you want to book your spot specifically at the teppanyaki table, you can actually do it on the Sirenis web app, which I'll show you, or I'll basically send you on a follow-up email after this presentation. Over here is where a place where I like to actually chill out. This is the ice cream and coffee shop. So if you do come in and I'm on site, you might see me just working here. They do a great selection of coffee. You can get like a hot fudge sundae, you can get a banana split. So for me, what I love about it, it's so hot in Dominican. It's nicely air conditioned, and they have two of my favorite things, which is really coffee and ice cream. Followed by that, there is the bar plaza or the plaza bar. So that's that circular area that I mentioned that is right off of the reception. They do have some live music and some shows in the evening, and that's where also they have some entertainment dedicated to kids. So this is really a great place more to relax and have a drink after dinner. However, there's more entertainment such as a nightclub or even the theater, which I'll show you later on. Here's the wet bar or the swim-up bar called La Yola. That's located in one of our pools, another popular one that people love. You can get your cocktails, you can get beer over there. If you want to stay there, you can stay there for the whole day. We know a lot of people love their swim-up bars, so this is another popular one that people love to enjoy. So this is one where it's actually hard to get a seat. So imagine going to a swim-up bar and actually reserving a seat. I think a lot of people would like to do that. Followed by La Pergola. So this is the more like the central bar. And what I like about this, it actually brings the whole resort together. It's right in the center. There's another bar right behind it, but depending on the time of the week, there'll be live music. So maybe they'll have like a salsa day. So they'll have dancers. Everyone's invited to dance. They'll have different music over there. One day they had live singers, like an Italian tenors type of style. Depending on the day of the week too, they'll have like a beverage cart. So make your own martini day, make your own daiquiri. For the kids, they'll have like an ice cream cart, or for the adults as well too. So there's something to do. It's more of like a gathering place where everybody comes, maybe grab a drink before dinner and then just chill out, or even while they're waiting for the reservations. This is a great place to go. Right behind it, there's La Piramida. That's the other bar, which is great. What I love about it too is they have a espresso maker, so you can get your cappuccino, your espresso over there. Great staff. You can get Mama Juana. So if you love Dominican, of course, you can get your Mama Juana over there, but you'll find it at the other bars as well. Here is the sports bar, which is fantastic. Another popular place that people love to go to, especially, maybe want to watch the Stanley Cup Finals, or if they want to watch, NFL football. There's different themes, whether it be, during the Super Bowl, we got the Olympics coming up. World Cup baseball. You're in Dominican, you can't forget about baseball, or even UEFA, which is huge as well too. So it's a great place to be social. We got good, bar type of food and drinks, of course. So we're gonna go over to the beach. So our hotel is situated on the beach known as Uvero Alto. This is really an ideal type of beach if your clients love long walks. What I do like about it is this part of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, is more of the northwest. It's not as, I'd say, populated as more of the original section known as Bavaro. So on the left side of the property, there's maybe some shops, but there's really not much actually developed past that. So it's quite safe to be around there if you like long walks on the beach. And it's actually not as crowded as Bavaro. So you don't have to worry about bumping into other people, or you have security watching at a neighboring hotel. Make sure you're not trespassing. What I like about it is that it's really great there to, walk on there and just not have to worry about this overcrowding. It really does give you that ideal beach scenery that you all think of when you go to the Caribbean. So in terms of activities, what I love about it is that you'll find everything, whether it be in the pool, right on the beach, or even right on the land. So with that, we have a lot of professional activities within the entertainment. The pools itself does offer dedicated areas for the kids, aside from the the Aqua Games water park. Other than that, we have non-motorized water sports, which are included, and there's so much more throughout the resort. So you'll definitely keep busy. As we're not a super huge resort like multiple complex, what I like about it is everything is all kept together, and there's not a lot of walking involved. If we look at the other activities, if you're into tennis, we do have lighted tennis courts during the evening, pickleball, which everybody talks about. It's also available here as well too. There's archery classes, there's dance lessons right off the beach, great animation staff. And additionally, they have a really great gym as well too. So modern equipment. You have different classes. You can do yoga, you can do aqua exercises right off the pool. And then you'll see what else we have to offer in terms of the non-motorized sports. If people are looking at doing scuba diving, we do have 1 hour included with that. And there's also PADI certified instructors here as well. Here's some shots of the pool. So there are two in total. Here's one of them. That's the Mexican restaurant on the right side. The wedding area, if you're curious, is located further towards behind the tree there. And then here is the other shot. So you're looking more towards the left of the property, and that's more of an extension of the other pools. Here's the theater, which does offer a nightly entertainment. And of course, we have the Sirenis Aqua Games water park. This is perfect for families or even those who are looking just to really, try something different outside of the beach. It's quite large, and what's really cool about it too is that there is no charge for our clients to use that. In fact, a lot of guests who are staying in neighboring hotels, depending on if we're not busy, they can actually purchase day passes, but just to make it easier, it's always good to have people stay in within the same property. Otherwise, we have our water tubes, we have open toboggans, we have our 4-lane speed aqua racer main water slide, which has to go down. And there are dedicated areas for the children, so 4 to 11, as well as the children's pool, which is a splash pad. We do have lifeguards on duty, and of course, parents can also attend with the children should they want to go together, just to make sure that they're comfortable within the water park. Additionally, within the water park itself, there is a snack bar, so people don't have to go back to the main restaurant. That's all located there. There's plenty of beach chairs, and we also do have some shops too. So if maybe your clients forgot sunscreen or want to buy a bathing suit, you can do it, and it's all within this area of the resort. Here's another photo. This is the Pirates one, the Pirates area, which has the pools and the splash pad. Here is the kids club known as the Sirenis Kids Club, and it's located right by the water park. Different types of activities for kids of all ages. Typically, it's from ages 2 to 12. With that, we have our popular area known as the Master Chef, which is at the back there. So kids can do their own type of culinary competition or learn different recipes or do stuff with their parents. Followed by that too, there are video game, there's a mini cinema, and then they can also do stuff that's educational, learning about the different biodiversity of the region in Dominican Republic. Here is the Sirenis Spa. This is also part of what we offer within the wedding services. But what's really unique about the spa itself, it does offer all the main services that clients are looking for. It's not as massive as our one in Riviera Maya. However, in terms of the treatments, you'll find a lot that can really be beneficial for the clients. So whether it be, let's say, full body treatments, massage, you could do like a tropical exfoliation. They also have like hot stone massages. There is hydrotherapy, aromatherapy, and lymphatic drainage as well. And I haven't done this yet, but this is actually the massages right off the beach. So this is another popular option if you want to treat yourself or maybe treat your clients. So we're gonna briefly go over destination weddings, and with Grand Serena's Punta Cana, it's a popular destination for destination weddings because, as I mentioned, there are multiple room categories. There's plenty of space if they want the beachfront wedding. There's room categories for families and those for adults. So what we like to do is offer really the we are the best destination to really celebrate, love that tropical paradise of Punta Cana, and we could really cater to what your clients are looking for. Here's a couple of examples of what these ceremonies look like. So on the left, this is, I like to call it more of our moonlight reception. So we have lights settled all around off of the beach. Then over here is our beach area which is right next to it. So a lot of this can be very scaled back. People want to do it barefoot in the sand. It's actually really neat. And I've helped actually the weddings department set up for weddings in the past. I want to introduce you to our weddings manager. Her name is Stephanie Del Rosario, and she is your main contact if you have any questions regarding your upcoming wedding or you want to plan it for Grand Serenis Punta Cana. She has a lot of experience with over 5 years at Grand Serenis Punta Cana. She previously worked as a wedding coordinator and was recently promoted as a manager. So she's so enthusiastic, so helpful. And she really is focused on really planning, coordinating that perfect wedding scenario for your clients. And if you have any questions or wish to get copies of the wedding packages, that's her email address, which is weddings.dr@serenishotels.com. So let's look at some of the unique sites that we have for destination weddings. And there's multiple areas where they can choose. So whether it be maybe in the garden gazebo or right off of the beach. This is the beach gazebo, our most popular one. What I love about it is that you can actually fit a lot of space. So the event itself, you can fit about, I'd say about 140 people right off the beach. You could do that all right next to each other, especially at sunset, and then followed by the reception. So it's really unique in that sense, and people love it just because it's not a lot of walking. We're not a super huge resort, and everything is close together, and it makes for beautiful photos for their wedding. Here's some more photos here. So this is our palapa, and this is more of in a smaller area right off of the beach as well. This is also used for romantic dinners or maybe even proposals. So we've had clients plan this dedicated for themselves as well. Here is the garden area, so quite quiet. And this is actually also a dedicated area for religious ceremonies and for a lot of privacy. This is actually a real photo from a recent wedding that we did have. And I'm going to show you later on a photo of what we've done, and you can really see how our team can set up your client's wedding. As I mentioned before, the Mediterranean and the French restaurant are the most popular ones for the reception. The reason why is due to their size, they can actually fit multiple tables as well as have a DJ and a dance floor. And that can also be extended into the terrace outside of the restaurant. So looking at the packages, I'm not going to go too much into detail of it. However, the packages at Grand Serenis Punta Cana and all the sister properties, they range from the highest being presidential, followed by gold, silver, and there are some that are dedicated to vow renewals. Otherwise, everything is customizable based on what your clients are looking for. Just an example, our lead-in one is the silver package, followed by gold. Presidential is the most complete one. The reason why I say that, it offers the most value and it actually really helps in planning for the wedding of your couple. And then lastly, we have the renewal vows package. And right now I'm just going to show you a video. So this is one of our couples who recently got married at Grand Sirenis Punta Cana. And this is what our videographer had created. So this is a summary of what it looks like, from start to finish. They did a great job within the wedding, with the detail. And over here, this is what people love about it, just because it's very intimate, different sizes here at Grand Sirenis Punta Cana. All right, so that concludes the presentation. Again, everybody, I want to remind you of my contact information. Here is my email address. It is bdm.ecanada@sirenishotels.com. Once again, I am your business development manager for all of Canada. I'm happy to help with any type of questions or requests that you do have. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today, as well as for Susan and Spoiled Agent for hosting this webinar. So let's bring Susan back. And
Hello, hello. That was great, Gavin.
thank you, Susan.
Great job. You got some great questions here. But before I start, I just wanted to read a comment that I see over here on Facebook. Becca said, I have a group of 60 booked for April 2025.
Oh, thank you, Becca. Fantastic. So if you do have any questions, I'm going to switch back to the previous slide. I'm happy to help, or we can catch up directly if you need anything. And if you need luggage tags or anything like that, we can definitely assist you with the planning.
Okay, great. Okay, we'll just go through some of the questions that are in the Q&A box. Thank you guys for popping them in there. Renee says she's got a client that has celiac. So how do you guys manage that type of dietary restrictions on menus?
That's a great question, Renee. So in terms of celiac or any types of allergy or restrictions, we can accommodate that. And the way how that works is we can actually get you in touch with the concierge, just to ensure that if they're making any a la carte restaurant reservations, that is noted. At the same time, too, we do have options at the buffet. Sometimes it's not always ideal, but depending on how we present that information, we can ensure that something is actually made to order for the clients when they do arrive at their restaurants. So in that sense, what I would recommend is if you can reach out to me directly, we could have that noted. But at the same time, too, is when they are making their reservations, ensure that they speak with guest services to provide them with that letter. There's a letter that we can provide them, and they can share that and advise the host when they're taking their orders.
Okay, great. Great information. It's a new world. We have lots to be alert for, right? So with food. Okay, Kathy's asking, well, a few people are asking, can they get a copy of the video that you shared at the beginning so she can share it on her social media?
Absolutely. I'll be happy to share that with you. So what I'll do is when we do the follow-up email, we can provide you with a link to download, and you can upload that for your social media.
Okay, great. And then in the meantime, I can just pop in also, again, I've already done it, guys, on Facebook. I've done it in the chat here on Zoom, Gavin's information. And also Gavin's supplier page, the Sirenis Hotels and Resorts on Spoiled Agent. So you can get access to, of course, agent rates, contact information, things like that. So no worries on that. Okay, let me just get that. So I just popped over to you, Kathy. And actually, Olga's asking, can she get a copy of this presentation?
Yeah, of course. So same thing. What I'll do in the follow-up email, along with the video, we can provide you with like a PDF form of this presentation to share.
Okay, great. So just people are asking, I'm assuming also with gluten-free and things like that, food preferences, any type of dietary restriction, just to kind of let everyone know so the hotels are aware, correct?
Absolutely. So we would advise them ahead of time And additionally, too, we really do urge the clients to go to guest services. So when they're making the reservation, that on their paper or the chip, it will say that this so and so has this allergy, and at the same time, we want to remind them just to tell them about that when they do go to guest services.
Okay, so Rhonda, that answers yours. And I'm just going to skip over to Dana's asking, so do you guys have a lot of good vegan options?
Yep, that's the same thing too. So there are vegan options you'll find within the buffet and also with the restaurants as well too. So similarly with any dietary restrictions, we can also have that requested within the restaurants and with guest services.
Is there, because I know I like the one in Mexico, right? Is there a lazy
Mhm.
river there?
No, so that's a really good question, Susan. So we do not have a lazy river here at Grand Serenis Punta Cana, so it's a little bit different. So as opposed to a lazy river, we have the water park.
Okay, so that answers your question, Rhonda, and
Mhm.
mine. Okay, so do you guys have a dive shop on site?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. And are you able to give like an update on how the seaweed is down there? I know it's day by day, but I'm sure you guys are taking care of it. But Ariane's asking for an update on that.
Correct. So yeah, in terms of
Sargassum.
the sargassum, as far as my last report and I've heard, we haven't had a serious issue with the seaweed as opposed to 2023. So as of right now, it really is going very well. No major reports about that.
Good. That's always good news. And it's Mother Nature. Things happen for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, Carrie's asking, any time the water park is not open, like Christmas or Easter?
The water park is open throughout the year. I know earlier back in April, we did have this partial closure just for repairs and maintenance. Otherwise, it is open throughout the year.
Okay, great. Um, Also, can Donna, I like how you're thinking because I'd be the same. Can the adults use the water park?
Yes, they can, of course. It is possible, especially with the water slides, they do have access to that. And of course, if they want to go with their child, again, it is allowed.
Ariane, she's actually saying she's seriously looking to stay here for her 60th birthday.
Great. So yeah, Ariane, please reach out. If we have the availability, we can definitely provide you with agent rates. Otherwise, if you book with the tour operator partner, please let me know of your booking details, and we'll be happy to welcome you there.
Great. Okay, so Carrie's asking, clients booked at the Grand Serenas, can they use the Aqua Park for free of charge?
Yeah, so I'm going to repeat that again so they can. So the water park is included for all guests at Grand Serenis Punta Cana at no charge.
Okay, great. Gavin, I just want to tell you, everyone wants to go now. So Dawn's saying, I'm looking to book in November, traveling with my hubby and my mom.
Mhm. Thank you. I'd love for you to go, especially if we do have any FAMs. I don't have anything planned as of yet, but if we do any dedicated FAMs or even if we're part of like a tour operator itinerary, I would definitely keep all of you in mind and put you at least on the invitation list. So thank you for your support.
Excellent. Hi, Amanda. Amanda's asking, is the largest room in Punta Cana for 5 people?
Correct. That's the family suite.
Okay. Okay, so Elaine's asking for the aqua games and slides, is there a minimum age restriction? Good question.
The age restriction, it depends on where you are. So the splash pad, the minimum would be two. So it is supervised. We do encourage parents. Otherwise, it's from 4 to 10. But a lot of it is really based on the height. So keep in mind too, it does depend on how tall the child is. If they're too small, then I don't know the exact number. I can find out, but it depends on how tall they are. They cannot go to the higher ones like the aqua racer slides.
Okay. Donna's got really, she's actually room rates. Would they be available for November 2025 at this time? She has a wedding group waiting for a quote, and she's not seeing rates showing that far out from a lot of the properties.
So November 2025, there will be availability. So I know looking for the future dates, we may not have to upload it on with the tour operators yet, but as far as it goes, we are expecting that to be open, but that's something that I can follow up with because I know they haven't made it past, I believe, the summer. I'm not too sure, but that's winter 2025. Eventually we will have rates available for that property.
Okay, great. Sorry, just in case someone missed it, because they are asking again, the age restriction again for the slide. Do you mind?
Yeah, so the smallest ones, which is the splash pad, it's starts at 2, and then the larger one is 4, but it's more of a restriction based on the height rather than the age.
Okay. Donna says actually she's going to come November 2nd. Gavin, you got everyone's attention today. Okay, so Ariane's asking, so are there any renovations planned, or are they ongoing, or anything happening, or have they happened?
Yes, just to remind everybody, renovations at Grand Serenis Punta Cana, that was actually completed back in 2018. In terms of any work being done, it would just be regular maintenance that we do throughout the year when required. But otherwise, we don't have any major work at this property. However, just to remind you right now, the Grand Serenis River Maya, that is undergoing renovations in the public areas this year. It started back in April in 2 phases. So phase 1 is April up until August, and then phase 2 is August to December. And that's when the full renovation will be completed for the lobby as well as the restaurants. It's now also unlimited a la carte dining. However, that hotel was fully renovated as well back in 2018. This is more just to enhance the all-inclusive services.
It looks like such a well-run hotel, well-maintained, so, and I know your pictures are up to date, so keep that in mind as well, guys. Dawn and Olga are both asking about connecting adjoining rooms. Do you guys have those?
Yeah, we do have those. Keep in mind, like with a lot of properties, unfortunately, it is subject to availability. So we can always have that noted, have it requested. I know it can be important, especially when parents are traveling with younger children. If possible, you can confirm that within the family suites where you can fit up to 5 people. There is that divider. Otherwise, for any of the other room categories, it's always subject to availability. We cannot guarantee it until they check in.
Okay, great. And that's fair. Okay, so I know someone asked about, do you have any rooms in any of your chain that offer rooms, a family of 6, I should say?
Family of 6, that's a really tough one. Within all of our properties between the Caribbean, Mexico, and Spain, no, the largest one is the family suite that can fit up to 5. I know there are some 2-bedroom suites. I typically don't really promote it as much. You can do it, however, but those are part of what's known as the vacation club. So those aren't readily available just because they are smaller in number, and they're not always guaranteed. These are where we have most of our rooms. The other ones are probably about less than 10 or even less than like 6 rooms, which is why they're not always available.
Okay. And how about just rooms for accessibility?
Absolutely. So we do have accessible rooms in all of our properties. Specifically, if your clients are traveling, for example, within a wheelchair or with distance, I would recommend mainly Grand Serenis Punta Cana, Riviera Maya, and Cayo Santa Maria being more of the newer properties, and there are dedicated areas for them within the restaurant and the beaches at all of our properties.
Okay. So I'd answer some questions for people. Rhonda's asking, is there snorkeling on the resort like you guys have in Mexico?
Yeah, we do. So yeah, snorkeling is available on this beach. Keep in mind though, if your clients are big on snorkeling, um, I'm not saying it's not it is available, but if they are more of a serious snorkeler, the one in Mexico is one I would promote just because there's the Mayan ruins. That part is Acamel, which has a lot of coral and fish. It's definitely more recommended for that, but you can definitely have snorkeling here in Grand Serenis, Punta Cana.
Okay, great. Annie is a new agent. I'm glad you're joining us today, Annie. And she, would like to think about selecting Serenis for her first hotel group to specialize in. If she was down there and she had a special tour, so can I help my new clients? I guess she wants to know, can she go visit your property? Do you have day passes set up or tours or anything like that?
Absolutely. So if you want to visit any one of our hotels, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll go back to my email address. And what you can do is, if we have the availability, we can schedule a site inspection for you. Depending what your clients are looking for, the sales department can show you like a restaurant or a wedding venue, depending on your interests. Otherwise, day passes are available. However, keep in mind they're subject to availability because it depends on the occupancy. So for very high occupancy, unfortunately, we're not able to offer it, but if we're looking at something much more lower, we can. So we would love for you to come and visit, whether to either stay, visit, or do a site inspection.
Okay, great. And I just popped in your email address. So it's on Facebook, guys, and it's also been in the chat a few times, along with Gavin's supplier page on Spoiled Agent as well. Okay, so Deborah, let's switch gears. We're going to go over to Mexico. She's got a group going to Grand Serenas Mayan Beach, July 26th. Are there any renovations happening at that time?
I'm sorry, December 26th, you said?
July 26th.
July 26th. Mayan Beach, no, actually, the renovations is actually going to be part of phase one, which is in the Mayan Rivera Maya side. So only work is going to be done is going to be at the lobby area as well as the main restaurants. What we're doing is with the work itself, they'll be in areas that are closed off. So it's being done in sections. The hotel won't be fully opened just to minimize disturbance for clients who are staying in house. So if they're at the Mayan Beach, the Rivera Maya side will be closed. After August, it will be the reverse.
Susan said she had to leave, but she wanted to wish you a great vacation.
Thanks, Susan, for joining. I appreciate it.
Okay, so someone's asking, what months would be the least busiest for your resorts?
That's really tough, actually, because I'm sure, like a lot of you are experiencing that there's a lot of inquiries, there's a lot of people traveling. I always say generally the rule for least busiest would be what's considered our summer season. So anytime between May up until, let's say, October.
Okay.
Keep in mind, it is going to be very hot. Hottest time is really from May until August. But then you're looking from September till even November. That's more towards like the tail end of rainy season or hurricane season. So that's when you're going to get more of the best prices.
Okay, so someone's asking, and I know this isn't, your department, but if you do have a club membership, can you book a room of six in advance? If
I
so,
believe you can. So if you or your client are part of that, you would have to contact the Ultimate Vacation Club customer
okay.
service, and they can assist you with that or reservations.
Okay. Janice is asking, can you just mention one more time the phase two of the rentals that are happening in Grand Serenas Maya?
Yep. So phase one at Grand Sirenis River Maya, that's going to be April till August. That's at the River Maya side. Phase two is in the Mayan resort side, which is from August till December.
Okay, perfect. I'm just looking over here at our friends on Facebook. So can you maybe just talk about agent rates? Because Pauline's asking about any incentives for
Yeah, in terms of agent rates, we do have a great program for that. You'll find all of that information. We promote that within Spoiled Agent. However, if you are interested with the agent rates, that's where I come in. So please forward me your request via email. Additionally, if they are interested in Cuba, we could provide you with the link to book that. So it's a bit different. Our Cuban hotels, you can book them online. I'll provide you with the code. And then for both Punta Cana and River Maya, please contact me. I'll be able to provide you with rates and availability.
Okay, great. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. So I'm just checking in here. So I checked in on our friends on Facebook, which is great. And okay, sorry, Janice, I think you just mentioned it though, what was involved in the rentals. So
Yeah, so
yeah.
renovations for this year, it ranges between the lobbies. So there are two lobbies which are being updated, and then followed by that, it's the restaurants. So we've already done renovations to the snack bar as well as the beach club. So what they're doing this year is they're actually just relocating some of the restaurants. It's now going to be unlimited a la carte dining. And it really is more enhancing the all-inclusive services to have it more of that like a Mexican and eco feel in Mexico.
Okay, great. And I know we've talked about it. A couple of people are asking on Facebook about your Serenis passport, which is on pause right now, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So for any agents who are trying to make a register through Serenus Passport, unfortunately, in the meantime, we're not able to accept new registrations because they're actually updating the website and we're creating a new program. However, if you are currently a member of Serenus Passport, you'll be able to continue to log on to your account, enter your bookings for redemption for travel at either Riviera Maya or Punta Cana.
So there you go, Pauline. That answered your question on Facebook. So perfect. Well, Gavin, I think you've covered it all. You did a great job. You're an excellent ambassador for Serena's Hotels and Resorts. And we're so
Thank you.
happy again that you could join us on your French Riviera vacation. We truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you
Hey,
very much. Oh, Catherine, did you put it in the chat box? Sorry, if we missed it, we're trying to find it here. We asked because you guys put everything in the chat. So it's hard for me to go through it. Just 1 second. She said we missed her question. That's why we scroll through here. Okay. So just guys going forward, the best is to put everything in the chat box, or sorry, in the Q&A box so we don't miss it. But I just see it here. So Catherine's asking, is this location suitable for kite surfing, kiteboarding? She's looking for a location for a group who'd bring their own kiteboards and would want a main floor room so they can bring their kiteboards out within easy access to the beach. There you go, Catherine.
yeah, so from my opinion, I think it'd be actually an excellent location because they're a bit more further towards the north of the Cape, so Vero Alto. There is actually some good breezes over there. In particular, I'd have to follow up. I don't see it being an issue, but if you would like, Catherine, send me an email and I can follow up specifically on that.
Great. Well, great job, everyone. Great job. Oh, you're welcome, Catherine, all the spoiled agents for joining us. And don't forget, when Gavin gets back from vacation, he's going to pick one lucky spoiled agent that's going to win.
Exactly. And that prize will be 3 nights double occupancy at the Grand Serenis Punta Cana.
Amazing, amazing. Fantastic, guys. Great turnout. We really appreciate you guys joining us all today. And again, we'll meet again, Gavin. We're going to meet next week at our brewery tours out
Yeah.
west. So I'm going to be flying out west along with Gavin. We're a team out there. There's a whole bunch of us. So if you're already signed up, we look forward to seeing you. And that's it. Thanks for now.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you
Okay.
guys at West.
Thanks, guys. Bye for now.